Okay, so what is going on, everybody? This is another just sit down and talk video. This one is going to be my opinion on what happened during the Faze bank scandal, the whole thing with the bar and everything in Alissa Violet. Honestly, super sad story. If you don't really care about this topic, you don't really want to see this, just go check out my other videos. There's plenty of them for you to watch. So tomorrow I'll be right back with a brand new video, something completely different. So yeah, if you don't want to watch this, feel free to just click off. But this is personally what I think. I'm not trying to be biased or anything. This is based off of Bank's story and the security camera footage that I saw. Um, I'm just gonna be 100% honest on what I think happened, what my take on the whole thing that happened, the whole issue that happened, everything that's going on. So basically, if you haven't heard yet, Banks, he has the whole explanation out on his channel right now. But basically, what happened is he was out for Thanksgiving. He was out with Alyssa's family in Cleveland, I believe, and they went to a bar, and basically a whole bunch of shit happened. The night was going great for him apparently, and they went down to this like private area. Alyssa's mom apparently knows the owner of the place, knows a bunch of people at the place. Um, so they were allowed down there, and the girls got past fine. There was like three girls with them, and they got past fine, and they stopped Banks, and they said, "No, you can't go in. This is restricted area. You can't come back here." They were just going to use the bathroom. Banks was just trying to escort his girlfriend to the bathroom. They were going to get up. They were going to go back to what they're doing, back to the bar, back to their table. Apparently, Banks was not drinking during the situation. He may have had one or two, but really wasn't like drunk or anything. He was still fully aware of what's going on. So Alyssa's mom ended up calling the owner, talked to him. She gave the phone to the bouncer. Bouncer let Banks through, said it's all right. Banks had no problem with that guy, no problem with that bouncer. Got through, everything went fine, went back upstairs, they did their thing. They went back to the bar, whatever, went back to the table. They finished up the night, they were about to walk out. Girl said they need to go to the bathroom again, back in the same spot because it's a shorter line. Now at this point the bar's about closed, and so what I've seen from the footage, Banks was just messing around with this dude, this bouncer down there. So he was a different guy, and he was saying the same thing, like, "No, you're not allowed down here." But before any of that, he was just, talking to this guy, making small talk, dancing around and shit. But apparently, these newscasters took his little dancing around as like taunting and putting up his hands as a gesture to fight. But if any of us know Banks, we know him as a genuine guy, a good guy. He wouldn't go out of his way to hurt anybody unless they were trying to hurt him, and he has no problem with anybody really unless they're trying to hurt him. So Banks was completely fine. We all know him. He wasn't doing anything, just dancing around. I don't really think this. I don't really think that's doing much to taunt somebody or to like actually threaten someone. So this bouncer, but he eventually was like, "Dude, you're not allowed down here. You need to go back upstairs. The bar's closed. You need to leave." But Banks was just trying to explain, "I'm here with my girlfriend. They're gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be right there. And I'm gonna be right out. We're gonna leave." Dude was starting to talk over him. Everybody's trying to explain, "Hey, he's allowed down here. We've already talked to the manager. He's allowed down here." This is all Banks' side of the story. This is what I heard from Banks, and the security camera footage, like I said earlier. So, dude starts getting a little more aggressive, starts getting in Banks' face a little bit more, starts raising his voice. Banks apparently tried to stay calm throughout the whole thing, and God knows what happened. I mean, I have no idea what happened. I wasn't there. I really wasn't. I have no idea what happened. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. This is what I just know as of right now, based off of, like I said, Banks and security camera. So that's all I have to go off of. So basically, we're at a point where Banks isn't too happy. I believe I wouldn't be happy personally, but apparently this dude got up his face and ended up pushing him a little bit, saying, "Dude, you need to leave." Something happened with the bracelet. It's like $7,000 bracelet, a super expensive bracelet, ended up getting lost down there. I think the guy took it. That's the way it sounded. Is the guy took it, and Banks didn't have his bracelet. Banks is pissed off about that. Banks is pissed off about getting pushed. Pissed off that this guy won't understand that they were already down there once. They can go again. They talk to the manager. They're fine. So he's getting mad, and it's just basically turning ugly. Apparently, at one point, Banks was dragged up the stairs by the back of his, like by his neck, dragged up the stairs, and when he got to the top, he was trying to talk to another person to say, "Hey, this is what happened, but they were just trying to push him out. They were trying to push him out as fast as they could. Banks ended up walking out on his own, completely fine. Now, a bunch of shit happened in between this that's kind of blurry for me. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know if it makes sense or not. Like, they apparently, there was some random girls outside that they didn't know, and a guy, apparently he said that he worked there. He worked at the bar. These two girls started calling Alissa ugly, and Alissa obviously started talking shit back, saying you're ugly too. Like, who are you? Banks ended up saying the same thing because he's like, you can't call my girlfriend ugly. You're ugly. Obviously, he shouldn't have said that. Like, it just shouldn't have been said. You shouldn't call anybody ugly. They shouldn't have said anything first, but he probably shouldn't said anything back. But hey, it happens. You know, heated arguments. It happens. So he was just really getting into it, I think, and it just didn't end well because this dude that said he worked there ended up coming up to Banks, and he's like, dude, you need to leave. And Banks was like, who are you? And he said he worked there. So Banks was going to explain the whole situation to him because that's all he wanted was somebody that worked there so he could explain the situation and talk to like a manager or something, but they wouldn't understand and they wouldn't let him do it. So Banks is just talking to this guy, really trying to figure it out. And apparently this girl and Alissa are talking over there. Alissa pulls out her phone to record, and this girl hits Alissa in the face with her phone. So they go to the other side of the street. Banks, Alissa, the mom, the dad, the friends, they go to the other side of the street. The mom didn't even know that Alissa was hit yet. So when they get to the other side of the street, they figure out, oh, Alissa was hit. I'm going to do something about this. I believe the mom, Banks, I believe they came back to the other side of the road, which they should have left. They should have called the police. They should have left. That's what I would have done. I would have called the police, and I would have left, and I would have been like, hey. Actually, no. I would have stayed till the police showed up, because that's the right thing to do. Call the police, wait for the police to show up, figure it all out from there. But they decided to go back over to the side of the street because they wanted to confront them about why the fuck did you hit? Like, why, I'm sorry for my language, but why? Why did you hit somebody for not really doing anything? They were just recording the situation that was happening so they have proof if anything does go down, and in this case it did. So all this time Alyssa's still recording. She's back there again. I can only assume that there was some talking going on between the girls. That's just what girls tend to do. They tend to talk crap to each other. They try to, get the ugly side of each other. I can only assume that's what happened as Alyssa's recording. I haven't seen the recordings of Alyssa's phone. I haven't seen any of that. But apparently Alissa ended up getting hit again. And then the third time that Alissa got hit is when Banks finally stepped in and he moved a girl out of the way that hit her. He moved her out of the way because Banks claimed that he would never hit a girl, and I believe that, 100% believe that he would never hit a girl. And then he just starts swinging on this dude because he ended up trying to choke Alissa. So he starts swinging on this guy, and that's when the security camera ends. Like, they're swinging at each other, and that's when it ends. It's just over. So personally, what I think is that Banks' side of the story seems to add up. Like, it all seems to make sense. It all seems to go together. I don't understand how it ended up that the transition from just crap talk turned into an immediate hit from a phone, because a phone is not a light object and it's not a soft object. When you hit somebody with that, you intend to hurt them. And these two not knowing each other at all, it's weird to me that somebody would just be fine with just swinging on someone like that. Banks didn't take it lightly. I believe that he's going to try to take him to court. I don't know. But Banks was not happy. If you follow him on Snapchat, you know that he was not happy. Completely broke his finger, broke it in half from hitting this dude in the head and just beating the crap out of him. I'm trying to correct my language. I don't want to cuss really anymore. My sister was like, dude, stop cussing in your videos. And I was like, all right. But anyway, so Banks' finger's completely broken. Alyssa's face is just completely messed up. I mean, she's I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she's a beautiful girl, and her face is all messed up. Obviously, something happened. Like, she got a black eye, her lips all swollen, so all this situation is just completely messed up. Like, just completely terrible situation, terrible end to a Thanksgiving break. For Banks, he just wanted to chill, he just wanted to have a good weekend, just wanted to hang out with Alyssa's family, and it didn't work out. But honestly, that's my opinion. I'm not going to put any ads on this video because I don't want revenue from this. I just wanted to get my opinion out there. Leave your comments down below what you thought, what your opinions are. I want to know what you guys think, what happened during the situation. I am not trying to play like sides here, but all the information I got, it adds up, so I can only be led to believe that that is what happened. We will figure out the full story eventually, I believe. Maybe not, but I assume we will. So when that comes out, maybe I'll talk about that. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But yeah, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm right. You have to agree with me. No, you don't have to agree with me at all. You can say that Banks made that whole thing up and that something happened with his girlfriend and that's it. But who knows? Like, we don't know. We weren't there. Based on the security camera footage, everything adds up. So that has been the video. If you enjoyed, I don't even want to say leave a like, but just let me know what you guys think in the comment section, what your opinion is that happened. Go check out Banks' video. It's up on his channel. Just type in Faze Banks and it'll be up there. Um, yeah, that's basically been it. And I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's video. See ya.